So here's the ghost I made from used dryer sheets. I was going to put a face on him, but I like him a lot better without it. And so anyway, yeah, it worked out pretty good. Okay, I'm going to be making another ghost. Made a few notes to self while I was making the other one. And I do like the results of the other one. But today I have ideas on how to make it even better. And I thought that I would show you my process. And I have a few experiments I want to try while making today's. So one of the things I made a note to myself about last time was to have something that I can easily pick it up and carry it. This gets very messy, by the way. And the other thing that I learned from last time was that my armature thingy was too easy to topple. So I'm hoping that this bottle will be stronger and won't topple as easily. This will make the ghost bigger, and so I have to make a new armature. So I need to find my wire. Should do. Okay, that should be big enough. Okay, so basically I'm just going to wrap it around the bottle and make it hopefully tight so that it doesn't fall off too easy. And then shape the ghost arms. That should be good. Hopefully it'll be strong enough. It's probably gonna... The weight of the glue will probably make that fall down. So maybe I'll try hooking it on there. Yeah, that should help. This one I want lower anyway. So, as you can see, the armature part is not easy, but it is a good idea to make it, because if you don't, then you just have a blob. It won't be shaped properly and stuff. Okay, we'll try that. See how that works out. And then I'm going to use some scrap paper. Make it as round as I can. Now if you had a ball or something like that, you could use that. Is that big enough? Yeah, I'll say it's big enough. Now his arm doesn't seem good though. How am I going to make this? Doesn't want to cooperate with me, does it? I've not done this kind of thing before, so it's an experiment. There we go. Twisting it like that makes it a bit stronger. Yeah, there we go. That should be good. And you want lower. There, that's better. Okay, that's stronger too. Just a little bit on each side. Maybe help hold the armature thing too, the wire. Okay, now that I've got my thingy, I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap so that it's easier to get the armature out when the time comes. I want to keep the dips there to define the shapes. Okay, that should make it easier. Now, one more thing I want to do is to make some kind of thing, because I want a circle this size or bigger at the bottom, so that there's no ghost parts there, so that I can put a battery operated lamp in, because it doesn't fit on the other ghost, but I tried it and it's really neat. So, okay, it turns out this is perfect. Empty tape roll. It's the perfect size, but I'm gonna go get the lamp and make sure. Yes, it's perfect. See? I can put it over the lamp, no problem. So I'm going to put that around here and cover that with plastic wrap as well. So I'm going to work with it this way. Okay, now comes the messy part, and I would recommend taking off rings or any kind of jewelry on your hands, because like I said, this gets extremely messy. Now, get out your dryer sheets, used ones, save them and use them and make these. Now, one of the other things I want to experiment with is to have at least a few of these cut up at the bottom. So I'm going to cut strips. I tried to rip them, but which would look better, I think, but it just tears the whole thing apart. Okay, so I have a few strips. There's a few cut up. Okay, and I'll have a link in the description box to what inspired me to try this. They were using cheesecloth, and I don't have cheesecloth, but I have all these dryer sheets that I've been saving and haven't been sure what I wanted to do with them, but I knew that I needed to save them, so I have been, and now I'm glad I did. Okay, so the messy part, and I mean, it's easy, it's just messy, and I think I should protect my surface a bit more so that I don't get glue over everything. This is the one I was using for the other ghost, so I'll just put that there. Okay, Now this is PVA glue with water mixed in it. I'll put that over there to the side. Put the cover somewhere. Okay. Now, basically, you just want to dunk your dryer sheet into the glue. And you can't really see what I'm doing, can you? Okay. You want to dunk it in the glue and squeeze as much of it out again as you can. You're going to use a lot of glue. If you're going to do this, you are going to use a lot of glue, and a lot of it is going to pool at the bottom of the ghost when you set it to dry. But in my opinion, it's worth it because it's really a cool ghost in the end. So, yeah, you just do this, and like I said, get as much of the glue off as you can once you've dunked it. But you do want the whole sheet to be all covered, because that helps you to shape it, and it hardens, and yeah, it's really cool. So the inspiration videos, they were using starch. Well, one of them was. The other one was using glue. But anyway, I'm using glue. And so then you just drape it on your ghost. And you do this for as many layers as you think you need. And just, you know, place them the way you think, and make sure that you keep your crevices, or your you know, the crook of the neck, or the shape of the arms, and just, yeah, you just build it until you think you like what you see, and then let it dry. And I just realized that I can't turn the camera off because my hands are full of glue. So I guess I will just speed up the footage. So my first layers, I just kind of do a basic shape, right? I just kind of do the, so that it has substance, I guess. And then the next layers, I put more effort into making it nicer looking. I'm going to move my glue over so that I have room to work on, you know, making the flowy bits and stuff like that. And I mean, you are kind of limited to what you can, how you can shape it and everything, because it's kind of heavy. And oh, I'm liking this, but you can't really see because of your angle. Guess I wasn't thinking of that part. Sometimes I realize how much a camera person would be beneficial. But anyway. Okay. The camera's batteries died, and so I had to wash my hands anyway, so I'm trying a different setup. Hopefully you can see this better. You see how the glue is already pooling and dripping, but I think that helps actually to hold the ghost up and stuff once you're, when it's dry and ready. I think it's good to have that. So yeah, I'm just going to continue building my ghost. He's already looking pretty good. I think I've draped on 3 sheets so far, and I think actually I'm liking this shape and stuff already, so I think actually I'm going to move to my cut up ones, the strippy ones now. See what happens with those. See if maybe I can curly shape them or something, or oh yeah, I think I'm liking that. His front is already almost done. Don't know what's going on with my voice all of a sudden. But anyway. Yeah, I'm liking it. Who knew? Dryer sheets. Awesome. Okay. Oh, looks like I didn't cut enough sheets. Maybe I can... Oh. Okay. Maybe I do have enough. Anyway, you get the idea. I tend to prefer the look of them without a face. Face just doesn't seem to work on this time reason. Cool. I'm glad that I tried the strips thing, because it's pretty neat in my opinion. But you see here what I mean, I'm trying to shape it so that I have more of a raised arm, and it keeps flopping down because it's too heavy. So it doesn't take very long to make one, but it does take a long time for it to dry. The other one I made took like 2 or 3 days and nights before it was dry enough to do stuff with. So keep that in mind if you're going to try it. And I'm hoping that this strip I'm trying to add to right now will stay on. And I messed up the good thing I had going up here, but and keeping the shape on the head and neck area is really difficult. But it's worth fiddling with it until you're happy. And just keep playing. Okay, I'm liking the front. I'm going to leave the front alone, and now I'm going to put some more on the back. Needs a regular sheet on the back, and then one of the strips that I have left. So yeah, keeping in mind the drying time, you might want to make more than one at a time, since you have all your setup and everything, and you're already messy with the glue. If you want more than one, then you probably should do that. Okay, I know you can't see what I'm doing here, sorry about that. I think I want to hide the seam here on the head, so I'm going to use a small half sheet. Sometimes my dryer loads are small, so I cut my sheet in half so that I don't waste a full one on, because it doesn't need a full one. So anyway, yeah, I guess that wasn't very smart of me. It just makes a new seam, so that wasn't very helpful. Yeah, okay, never mind that. I'll just put it here at the back where there's a big gap. I focus more on the front than the back usually. Well, I did on the first one. I'm speaking as if I've made lots of these. I haven't. I've only made the one and this one, but anyway. Okay, now the strip. So yeah, I'm not sure how long it took me to make this one. But I mean, if I hadn't been doing a tutorial like video thing, then it would have taken even less time than it did. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. I'm glad I did the strips thing. Okay, now I'm gonna make sure I didn't mess up the front too badly. Good. I like it. I'm gonna leave it. Okay, so now all I have to do is let it dry. Wash my hands. Okay, so this is the original armature that I used, but it, like I said, it tips over. But I'm going to use it anyway because, and I couldn't find another tape roll. I know I have a bunch of them somewhere, but I don't know where they all are. Anyway, so I'm just going to work with it like that and stuff. Anyway, I want to try, since I'm at it, I want to try see what happens. Baby wipes, and these, it looks like I can stretch them, so that's kind of interesting. So I'm going to stretch out of shape and everything these used baby wipes, used in arting, and see what I can do with them. Ooh, neat. So I'm going to build another ghost this way. I'm going to put the plastic wrap on and stuff first, and I'll be back. Okay, so I taped the glue stick to the piece of wax paper. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit less topsy-turvy. And I stretched a bunch of baby wipes, and so I'm good to go. Covered it all in plastic wrap. Oh, and I made a paper roll thing to guide me so that I have room to put the lamp in. So anyway, so I'm just going to do basically the same thing I was doing before. just going to put the baby wipes in the glue and take as much of it off as I can and then drape it on. Now potentially this could be a lot taller ghost with these baby wipes, but yeah, I'm just experimenting to see what happens with baby wipes, if it will work as well as the dryer sheets experiment did. This will be a dirty ghost, I guess, because he's got paint splotches and everything. He must have been an artist in his time. So yeah, I kind of wish I could make him taller. Oh yes, and when I was assembling the armature, I shaped it a bit differently so that the ghosts don't look all exactly the same. Well, they wouldn't anyway because of the way it drapes and everything, but... Okay, so baby wipes are harder to do the glue part, but it looks like it's going to work still. I should have cut some of these in too, like in strips. Maybe I can still do it. No, they don't want to rip. So yes, the bottle armature was definitely easier to work with. Not so clumsy. So I'm thinking that that second ghost was the better one. So I'm going to have to replenish my container of glue mixture here. But that makes sense. I've been doing this and it uses a lot. Oh yeah, maybe I can just do it like that. Cool. Okay. I like that idea. Leave it scrumply instead of flattening it or whatever. If you try this, I do recommend stretching the baby wipes before doing the glue thing though, because it seems like that was a good idea. And by stretching them, you also get more, makes it a little bit more see-through. It's not see-through, but I guess it makes it thinner fibers. Okay, I'm liking this one too. I'm glad that I thought of leaving it a bit more scraggly like that instead of making it wider. But maybe I should do... No, okay, it's working out okay. I was just thinking that the first layer should probably be stretched out like that, like I did, because it gives you a better foundation to work with. Maybe I can make one of those funny head things. Nah. It looks better. More elegant or something. I think that's good for the main front area, but I'm going to use some of these smaller pieces for making better arms. That's pretty cool. But you see what I mean is wanting to topple, it probably will. So gotta put something on this side to balance it as soon as possible. Probably will topple before I get to it. Yep. Okay, so yes, the bottle is definitely a better idea for the armature thing. So this one's letting me rip it a bit, so that's good. Okay, I need something on the back, I guess. Yeah, that toppling thing is troublesome. Oh, starting to rain. So as you can see, you can fuss as much or as little as you want. Yeah, it looks like this is going to work. Now, do I want this? Do I want the face that I kind of prepared just in case? You know what? I prefer it without the face. I'm not going to glue that on. Now, okay. It's gluing. Stuck to my finger. Okay. Yeah, I definitely prefer it without the face. Okay, I think I'm liking that. I'm going to let it dry. I've just discovered that the Huggies baby wipes, you can't stretch them because they rip. They, see? They just come right apart. They're more like a Kleenex or something. The brand that I can stretch is Kind. So yes, if you want to stretch them, not just any baby wipe will do. And so I've prepared what I have of used baby wipes, and I'm probably going to run out of glue before I get to the end of this, but anyway, I made myself a new armature with a ketchup bottle. This is probably going to do the topsy-turvy thing, but we'll see. And so, yeah, just basically the same way. So it's just the same thing again. So I don't think you need to watch me do this one, because it's, like I just said, it's the same thing over and over again. But yes, I just want to see if I can make a longer, taller ghost with these. So yeah, I'll show you when it's done.